I'm sorry, Amaduro. You forgot whose name is on the manga! Ooh, what's up, guys? That guy with a... I literally... I'm about to say, pencil, for that, human suit, have it on me, and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact, here! Come on now. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. We know what time it is, and I'm not speaking French. You know, it's Ichi the Witch. It's Ichi every weeky. So I'm very excited. Let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 83. A Moth and a Flame. Oh, my toes! Oh, they're curling! So let's see. My target is Ichi the Witch. Yes, indeed. But, you actually, I do it low-key. Low-kidly. I'm getting too bright. I'm getting too bright. But I actually am genuinely intrigued to see how this goes. Because, as people pointed out, it actually is kind of crazy that Amaduro is already being compared to Desscaras. As was pointed out in last week's comment section, it took forever for anyone to get any sort of real proper comparisons to Gojo. It was always, with the exception of Santo to Gojo, of course. With that exception of Santo to Gojo, of course. Oh yes, they're the strongest, fastest, juiciest, strongest, meatiest, juiciest. I ran out of adjectives so quickly. Except for Santo to Gojo, of course. But Amaduro already having magical reserves and even destructive power. I think her magical reserves are compared to Desscaras, and then her destructive power is supposedly like the greatest. So I actually do want to see how this Desscaras barrier holds up, just so I can reconceptualize where I gotta put my wife, bro. Where do I have to put her? Don't tell me I gotta knock her down. Desscaras, eat this! Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack on the side, please. Let's see. Minakata, could you stop her? You can still keep fighting her, Minakata, please. Let's see. Lady must never be stingy. That would be shameful. If one wishes to buy an outfit, buy the entire brand. I mean, shoot, I know you... oh, thank you for everyone who pointed out proprietary. Probably meant not in, like, the literal sense of just owning the magic, but, like, they don't let anyone else use the spell name. Which is interesting. Does she never chant it? Like, I do wonder, how does giving out spell names work in this universe, right? Like if I hear someone cast a spell for, like, autonomous levitation. Well, to be fair, flight is just kind of common in this universe. Well, actually, no, not really. Flight isn't, like, super common. It's common enough, though. But essentially, what's like an out there spell? Let's say I heard, we'll keep it simple. If I heard someone say a spell to light a fire, and I also happen to be a woman, so I can actually use magic in this universe, could I not just repeat the spell? Because we saw with Partheon, Ichi just heard it once and was like, well, to be fair, twice, because Desscaras said it, and then Desscaras said it again to him. But, like, he then just had Partheon. I believe, was it Uro when he was Uro? Ichi just took Lazud. Like, he just did that. Like you can just steal it. So I do wonder, how does a proprietary magic even work? Like, does the magic itself by being like, yeah, I'm with this family? Like, if someone were to chant Muscat's real name, like, would it just not work? I don't actually know how that, like, it's weird in a universe where we do know that tech thieving is just a thing. Like, it's common, in fact. But let's see. Oh, all that to say, they must have mad paper. Buy a whole brand! That's big paper. Let's see. If one wishes to pluck out a flower, take the entire field. Now, this may just be the me that's allergic to pollen speaking, but why would I do that? I mean, like, I get you for, like, a bouquet, you pick a lot of flowers, right? I get that, but, like, the whole field? like everything? Like, everything? Like, you gotta take it all? I mean, who am I to stop her? I'm fodder. But, like, everything? That's kind of crazy. Take the whole field. Oh! Interesting. Is that different? She has 6 magic circles around her. Now, that's not an 8 down here. Or no, she has 7 magic circles around her. But her mini Spagooter only has 6 rounds on it. Or, like, 6 holes. Interesting. But then again, like, this is magic separate from the actual Spagooter itself. Let's see. And if one wishes to... So, but the thing is, though, I do wonder, like, obviously, it's clear that Fujimine, there we go. Fujimine is in direct contact with Amaduro. We saw it last chapter. And obviously, her eyes are just a different color. Right there. But, like, obviously, her eyes are a different color as well from what we've seen them color before. But, like, I do wonder, especially since no one noticed, like no one said, oh, like outside of like thinking, oh, this is the trader working with Fujimine. No one noticed the little thing like that was like crawling on the back of her deck. So I do wonder how much of this control is like, are we in a Frisk Undertale Chris Deltarune scenario where like it's just like abject complete control, but there's like Amadoro's still able to express some of her base autonomy and characteristics through like world interaction. I mean, I guess it just has to be that because no one's like questioning her personality here. I don't think. Let's say, but and also she's having these internal thoughts. I mean, she's saying this stuff. It's presumably this is in her head, unless she was saying it too. Let's see, seven circles, very elaborate and detailed circles too, man. She was a Zaki sensei. I mean, I was gonna say stop flexing on me. No, keep flexing on me. I like it. Let's see. Ichi be like, wait. He was like, I was horrified. He was like, I never believe. I was like, Ichi, get Komugi. You get back. Komugi, baby, please. Komugi, my heart, please, Komugi. Komugi, my baby girl, please, my baby. You get away. Please do not try to throw yourself in front of this. Please. Let's see. What the heck? Is she serious? Desscaras. If you don't either counter poke this immediately, if y'all don't beam clash, for one, or for two, if your barrier isn't strong enough, I'm gonna have to put you on a list. I'm kidding. Like, I'm gonna have to put you on a list. I'm sorry. Like people say, not even 100 chapters deep and people are comparable to you? Yorishi was never compared to. All my... Okay, it was like he entered the narrative compared to, right? Like All For One did High Diff him. Or he did have to Extreme Diff All For One, right? Like, so like, there's that. But like Satoru Gojo, it took a hot minute. That's gross. You don't eat this. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Let's see. Muscat's magic ability does more than manifest firearms. Oh, okay. Depending on the wielder's skill, they can load any other spell as ammo, with power proportional to the wielder's magical energy. That's good. Okay, interesting. So essentially, any spell becomes a projectile. That's interesting though, because like I think that is Luzud. I think that is the Luzud magic or spell that we've seen. So in that case, like for something like that, does that do anything? Right? Because like Luzud, as we've seen, pierced through Luzud. I mean, to be fair though, when we've seen it, it's always come from the tip of whatever weapon, and then it projects out from there. So I guess by firing just pure Luzud energy, it could be useful. But I'm trying to think of like any of the spells we've seen so far. Would it be? Well, to be fair, I think something like if Ichi could load, it's obviously this isn't Ichi, but if Ichi could load Bokchon into a spell, that actually would go crazy, right? Like just here, sadness, boom, like negativity, bah! Like that could be crazy to fire off. But like Inazuri, well, specifically how Ichi wields it, he wields it as a close range weapon, so maybe firing that would be good. But also Inazuri's lightning, like you just fire that, and an immediate ice shot would go crazy. Oh no, I'm trying to think of spells that would go. Yo, I want to say a ding dong. I mean, obviously because these are Desscaras magics, I highly doubt Amador could wield them. But interesting choice for Luzud. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it is Luzud. Interesting. And it's like the magic themselves manifests behind. So despite it being Desscaras' magic, she captured Luzud because, and that's what I mean by Muscat being proprietary. I need to double check. I would. I'm not gonna do it just yet, but I need to double check. Does she just never say the name? Because if you can just steal somebody else's magic, like the whole point of Luzud was that like no one could capture it except for Desscaras. So in that case, I do genuinely wonder. How does that work? How are you a proprietary magic? Cool. We fought alongside each other once. Nice spells you got there. Our spells. But Muscat Luzud. Okay, but that actually, I like that because that makes Muscat, I believe. I mean, we've seen combo spells before, like Ichi stacking multiple spells on top of each other. But this, I believe, and feel free to correct me because I'm old and dumb and forget things. This, I believe, is the first time we've seen spells merge together outside of Uro. Because obviously Uro, when he does the ultra amplification stuff, it is like Inazuri ultra amped. It's Hisame ultra amped. So Muscat Lazood is a fusion of two separate magics. Obviously, it's different because Uro is like directly linked with the magic he's consuming. Meanwhile, I don't think this means that Amodoro has Lazood. She's just using the spell. I don't know. It's interesting. I'll take. Oh, okay. My glorious, handsome, legendary Juicy King Minakata. Desscaras, you should not be sweating this. Desscaras, please. I know Amodoro's staying to have the highest destructive power and stuff like that. But still, let's see. Pop a cap, if you please, until no crumb remains. I actually use. I mean, to be fair though, she's extremely powerful. She's one, obviously. Like, when I think about it, outside of Sheer Madonna and Monogold, two witches we have met, we just don't have any context in combat for. Every single witch we've seen in combat so far is just an exception. Obviously, Ichi himself, main character, male witch. Desscaras, strongest witch in the world. Togais, whose name left my mind for a second there. Togais, rival to the strongest witch in the world. Rival, question mark, exclamation point, but rival is the strongest witch in the world. Now, Amodoro, comparable in magical reserves and stuff like that, and presumably output. But, all that being said, I do generally wonder, how are the other witches going to live to the hype of this? Because they're going crazy. Let's see. Until no crumb remains. Oh? Thwack? Alright. Monogold, are you not even helping? Monogold, if you don't put up a barrier around that barrier, Monogold, help! Monogold, do something! And where's your boy? Oh, I think that is your boy. Because this is Kamugi. This is Ichi. This is Gokuraku. This is Desscaras. Yeah, that's your boy. And then, that's your boy. Where's Chun at? Now I think about it. But all that being said, Monogold, do something! Do something! Let's see. Are you leader in name only? Alright, Thwack. Minakata didn't even have to block anything. Oh! Interesting. Alright, I thought... Okay. It knocked the Lazood spell off course. Okay, and that Lazood spell is hugely wide. Okay. I see now the benefit of fusing with Muscat. Where before I was like, oh, the range on this probably isn't that like important considering Lazood already launches. This is like nearly comparable to. I'm not tweaking when I said Ichi Uro used Lazood, right? I don't think so. No. In fact, I know I'm not, because he destroyed a majority of like the mountain like that. Like not obviously it's not the same scale as Ultra Amplified Lazood from like Chapter 1, but it is still very, very large scale in comparison to the Lazoods we've seen from even Desscaras. Let's see. Boom! Well, hope we got magic to fix roofs. Oh, this Sheer Banana. Speaking of which, she shall appear. It's Monogold. Hey, Monogold, if you did something, maybe you wouldn't have to watch everything get destroyed around you. Huh? Darn. Open right up to the sky. Oh, wait, so Chun, you are here. Are you not in the barrier? They must not like you, bro. Because you're close enough to be seen next to Monogold. You just hiding behind? Let's see. Ooh. Oh, wait, that's the chakram. All right. Oh, is this my glorious melanated king? Hold on, let's see. Come on, everyone. What are you all doing? Taking a muscle-headed power fighter head on. The purpose of a Magic Keeper's sacred treasure is to absorb magical energy. Thus, our general tactic is to hit the witch directly and make her pass out. That's the quickest means of subduing her. There's no need for us to play the witch's game and engage in a battle of spells. Especially since you can't actually engage in a battle of spells. You just gotta bob and weave. That is interesting, right? I guess that is a pretty much instantaneous win con. Then again, well, to be fair, I get why he used the chakram specifically to attack the weapon in this case, because Amodoro's gonna get the shot off. But in that case, yeah. I guess, and that explains why Amodoro was blocking before him. We've already seen that despite the Divine Pillar also being infused, or just made of the special tree, which name I already forget, but the Sacred Treasure, the Divine Pillar, its magic didn't immediately get absorbed, despite being manifested from magic. It would have to be a direct hit, or like direct interaction with the magic itself, or the witch themselves. So that's why Amodoro was consistently blocking and not just like, well, obviously he just didn't want to get hit. But even still, reinforces the idea that magical manifestations may be immune to the effects of the Sacred Treasure. But otherwise, witches themselves are still heavily liable to get drained, just like a regular person could, of their magic. But obviously, Amodoro has a lot of like very, very high reserves. So it'd probably take extended exposure. I don't think beating her over the head with it once would actually take all of her magic, since she has so much. In a battle of spells. Interesting. A whistle? I can't do like the proper dog whistle. Let's see. Feep. Wiggle. All right, and it comes right on back. That's cool. How's it doing that? Let's see. Let's be more efficient about this, shall we? Zairo? Chakram. Alright. The chakram responds to a whistle made from the same branch. So it is still, so the tree itself is innately magical, and they can't wield magic, but they can use the things that can't wield magic? Yeah, it sounds legit. Let's see. Same branch, changing course at will. Our target seems fixated on the male witch. To keep the chaos of the scuffle to a minimum, I recommend you stay right where you are. Zairo, I warned Almadura about this in the intro, but I think you forget whose name is on the manga! Oh! Okay, Gokuraku and Desscaras. Desscaras, baby girl, please keep better control over our son. Please. This is like the 5th time he's just gotten away from you. That's right, you should be faster than this. Okay. Desscaras is like, what are you doing? And he's like, what are you doing? And Zairo's like, what are you doing? Go! Okay. What are these two doing? Okay, Gokuraku, let's see. Hey, hey, he said it. Let's see. Hey, what are you doing? Minakata, I've got an idea. Bear hunting. Okay. Gokuraku's just smugly chilling. Okay. Let's see. You take the other role. Okay. And they're just gone. Alright. Okay. Whatever. I mean, obviously it's probably just like a hunting pattern they practiced before, and presumably Amadoro is the bear, but okay. Didn't consult nobody. Clearly. And I'll admit, I mean, you know what though? This is the introduction for the Magic Keeper, so it's fine. I don't now with this, and obviously Ichi being directly involved, I don't think we're gonna see Desscaras versus Amadoro. I actually would love to see that. Like I mentioned, I would actually like to see how the barrier held up to Lazood. Obviously, I know Lazood's meant to be like pierced through all, but I actually low key didn't want to see a witch v witch fight because that hasn't happened. Speaking of things, we're nearly 100 chapter deep. That hasn't happened yet. And with the whole traitor plotline being introduced, I was hoping we'd see that because we haven't. What's the closest we've gotten? None. Like, it hasn't even happened. It hasn't even been like a possibility. Like I said, the only other combat-based witch we've been introduced to is Telgeist, who didn't fight Desscaras, the only other combat-based witch, and didn't fight Ichi. He's not directly. And not really at all, considering they were hunting, not fighting. And then we went a really long time without a new witch, because we went to Kagami, and then we went to the Chronostasis. No witches there, other than Ichi and Desscaras, who weren't going to fight there, obviously. Obviously, we didn't get Uruichi versus Desscaras because of the whole binding vow Ichi made with Uro. But now here's another case, another opportunity of witch v witch, which we just aren't getting. But obviously, presumably, we're saving it, I'm guessing. Probably for a witch that's in their right mind and under their own control, rather than currently Amador right now, who is being manipulated. Let's see. Why is he sparkling? Let's see. Bears? Okay, Zairo. Let's go. What? Oh, you know what though? Sometimes it do be like that when it be like that. Especially when it be like that. Or sometimes you just gotta be like, oh, and look at that. Oh, I just noticed that. They both sparkle together. They come to the same realization once Ichi says bears. But very specifically, there are moments where sometimes you just have to adapt on the fly, especially when you don't want to, or you have no clue what you're adapting to, but sometimes you just have to. It do be like life do be life like that on occasion, where sometimes the Maharaga wheel just has to spin autonomously, bro. You don't even know why it's spinning. It has to start spinning. Those will be left behind. Let's see. What? All right. Ichi and Gokuraku are lunging at her dead on. What is happening? Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's the chapter title. Let's see. Oh, what is that old saying about moths? Jumping right into the flame. Oh. You know what though? One thing I really like about how Amadoro is drawn. I love how the mini Spagooter does have it has genuine weight to it. Like the way you can see Amadoro puts their full body into moving the thing around. Really, really good way to display the weight of this magical manifestation of weaponry. Let's see. Oh, but she's straight whiffing. All the magical output. No way. Well, to be fair, though, Gokuraku seems to be zigzagging intentionally and possibly dodging. Let's see. Weave! Okay, Gokuraku with the weaves, immaculate. He's fast. And nimble, too. There is a difference between that. He's fast and nimble, too. for someone carrying another person. To be fair though, Ichi's like, what, a buck 15? A buck 20? He's a baby. He weighs nothing. Now you may be like, oh man, acting like you could lift somebody up with that weight and move around. Not this easily and not this fast, but like, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Too nimble too for someone carrying another person. You're better than I thought. Oh! So, but you know what though? That does make sense. That, I'm assuming she's talking about Gokuraku, right? Gokuraku. The augmented human. It would make sense that the witches would start to think about Gokuraku, right? Obviously, he's a male, somewhat magically adjacent, which is very, very hard to be if you're not a Manga keeper, obviously, which Gokuraku isn't. But also, yeah, just hearing about an augmented person would probably have you thinking about how you'd match up against them, especially knowing that Gokuraku, before joining Ichi's squad, was on the dangerous persons list. He was a person that presumably, if any of the main witches of the Mantenau were to encounter, they were going to have to face him down and possibly capture him for, crimes against Moshiks and by proxy humanity. So I do like that idea that characters like Amadoro were kind of forced to like think about it. Like even if they didn't put too much active thought into it, it was something that they had to consider. And obviously we know that the witches of the association are very fickle, right? Like that was the whole thing. None of them even wanted to show up to Ichi's thing. Because they're like, man, I don't care. Relevant. But in that same way, they do have to recognize what's happening around the world. And Gokuraku is one of the things that's happening. So shout out to Gokuraku. Come on, Gokuraku upscale. We're really balancing the verse. There we go. Let's see. Her aim wavers. Interesting. I do, but you know what though? That was Ichi being like on his going type time. He's studying her. Her aim wavers after. Wait, no. Her aim wavers for a sec after. What? I just gotta say the full word. Her aim wavers for a second after she fires a big burst. She's aware of her blind spots too. They're too risky. Let's get right up close. Let's do what? Let's do what? Let's do what? Let's get right up close. I know you can manage it, Gokuraku. That's a lot of faith. That's a lot of faith. I mean, I know y'all got demons of faith in each other. I've seen it, but whew, let's see. You got it. Make sure you hang on sight. Here we go. Oh, interesting. A smoke screen built into his arm. Where's the smoke coming out of? Is it coming out of that hole? Let's see. A very massive smoke screen too. A smoke screen. Oh, my baby boy, my son. Ooh, and still good. The weight and the squash and stretch on the spagooter. Let's see. Oh! Oh! Okay, I like that. A new use for his mouth. Okay, there we go. Uruwashi, Ice Dream. Nice. We're getting different utilizations of his existing magic. Very nice, very nice. All right. Me too, Amador. Me too. That's a lot of my son. That was a very quick production too. All right. Look at Ichi. Uruwashi Ice Dream. I love how they're all in slightly different poses. I'm going to like who chose it? You think it was Hisame or Ichi? I bet Ichi just told Hisame, "Hey, make a bunch of copies of me," and Hisame was like, "Well, you didn't say. You didn't say how they have to be posted up." Let's see. Like look at this one. Like hold on. Ah! Hold on. What is bro hitting? What is bro hitting right here? The peace sign, and I know, look how very few of them, I don't think any of them are recycled either. Just all unique poses too. Very, very nice. Let's see. Huh? Desscaras, you need to be better than this. Wifey, please. Let's see. A childish trick, but it's fun. Can you just blink my son down, please? Oh, okay. So almost blinked him down, but blinked in ice reflection. Let's see. Try and find us. Oh, interesting. So I didn't even think about that. He split off of Gokuraku now. Is that wise? I don't know if you got the motion like that, Ichi. Let's see. Try and find us. Here, there. The ice. It's showing reflections of him like a mirror. Near, far. Ooh, that, you know what though? As a person who legit like got trapped in a mirror house for a little bit. Like I was stuck in that thing way too. It wasn't even like that complicated mirror house, but it was a house of mirrors. I just kept bumping into mirrors, bro. Like after a certain point, I started recognizing like the indents I was leaving for like just like touching the glass too often, and that's why I found my way back to it. I didn't even get all the way through that thing. I walked through that thing with someone else guiding me through it, and I was still trippy. So yeah, I do get it. Especially like, I guess you could argue why doesn't she just sense his magic, but the whole area is permeated with his magic now, right? All the clones probably release at least a faint sense of it. And I'm guessing Ichi, like, once again, we don't know everything about how this power system works. We're literally just finding out about magical reserves and stuff like that. But I'm assuming Ichi can also suppress his magical signature in his output. So that's why he's probably very confusing to track in top of all the other stimulation, right? Like, for example, have you ever tried to read words and listen to words at the same time? You can. It's just really, really difficult. And right now, Amodoro may be trying to use her sixth sense to try and sense Ichi, while also at the same time using her sight through the glasses. It probably isn't actually helping in this case, with the light reflecting off all the ice sculptures. So yeah, it probably is very difficult to just even generally perceive what's going on right now. Let's see. It's just I thought she was like, no, she's actually eating, well, I guess her name is Ribbon Candy, but that was a lollipop. Actually, that's very funny. Let's see. You, sir, have asked for it. Asked for what? Asked for what? Let's see. Did she? Okay, so yeah, Flay is a bit uncomfortable, because, like, we've seen Ichi fly in Uroichi mode. We saw Uroichi obviously fly. We've seen Desscaras fly. Have we seen Toge's fly? I want to say we have. Even then, Desscaras technically like stands on magical platforms. So I guess Flight isn't as universal as I thought. So that does make Uro an exception. I think about it, because I think Desscaras always stands on something. Interesting. But all that to say, to literally aim your mini Splagooter at the ground and fire off from it to get leverage and get height. Oh yeah, you got that. Oh yeah, you got that. Oh yeah, you got that. Let's see. Ooh, in midair. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Are those oh, I didn't think about that. I thought her sunglasses were just sunglasses. Her sunglasses appear to be a magical tool that has a lock-on system. All right. Now the whole field is in my sights. Okay, twin. What you gonna do with it, though? What you gonna do with it, though? Let's see. Beep, beep, beep. It's in my sights. And my magical energy is far from running dry. Okay. Interesting, though. Less circles this time, though. So maybe she is actually running a little bit low. Because she had 7 at the start, but now I only count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Dim. Oh, okay. So wait, no, he never did leave Gokuraku's back. I guess it was a trick of the mind. But all right. Okay. When you hunt massive targets, you need a lot of decoys. Oh. I mean, Glaze Amadura, I guess. I'll take. Oh, look at my baby. I didn't realize he cut his hair. I always forgot his hair was longer when he was younger. But look at my baby. Let's see. You confuse them, anger them, goad them into making rash decisions. Interesting. Bear? Until you can lure them into jumping onto the spear all by themselves. Ah, okay. That's so crazy, though. Oh, well, to be fair, you can see he used a like wooden support to help stabilize himself as he held up the spear. But all right, that's still wild. Obviously, young Ichi was still very, very strong, because I don't think most full-grown men, even with the support there, could just stand and let a bear that's throwing themselves full weight and spear it properly without breaking the spear or their back. Let's see. Right, hold on. I can whistle better than that, I swear. Come on. I swear I can do it. Hold on. There we go. Sweep. Let's see. I thought that... Did you throw it already? I thought you called it back with the whistle. Oh, no. Responds to a whistle made from the branch, changing course at will. I thought he just called it back. No, it changes course. So is he... Yondu, is that you? Yondu, it's been years. When did Guardian still come out? I know Yondu got replaced by whatever the guy's name is, James Gunn's brother. But how long ago was Guardians 2? Was Guardians 2 like 2020, like 15? 2016? Guardians 2 came out before Infinity War, right? So it must have been like 2016, 2017, I think, because it was pre-Infinity War, because he didn't have the Celestial stuff in Infinity War. But all right, let's see. Oh, that's slick. I like that. So I'm assuming Zairo threw the chakram. Minakata grabbed onto the chakram. Or Takeomi, right? Because his family was Minakata. And then Zairo blew the whistle to alter its course even higher to give Minakata the pseudo ability to fly. Oh, it's so good. I like it. And to be fair, flight is just easier to write in the narratives. Like, for example, all my main characters can fly. I'm like, there's not a... And they'll do it in different ways. One associates with the Earth. He literally just manipulates gravity. And like, he cheats in weird ways and allows himself to fly that way by like attaching his gravity to other different things. One character has fire powers. They just like, they turn their feet into rockets and just... Whew. One character is like a representation of void, like space itself. So they just like turn off their relation to the ground and just start voiding everywhere. And one of them is a literal representation of the wind, so of course they can fly. Like, it's just easier to write narratives like that. But still, especially in visual mediums, it's cool to see characters who can't fly get a workaround to flying, like Minakata here, combining his mobility with Zairo's weapon, allowing them to fly higher. Can we get much higher? Oh, high. Oh. And it looks like we did. What was that about moths jumping into Oh, he even has a cool one-liner too. Oh, he's so good. Oh, we're gonna die. I'm glad we're all on the same page though. Not everyone, but a good chunk of people agree. Yeah, Minakata's dead. Like, he's gonna die. Let's see. Judgment execute. Is that gonna drain her of all reserves though? I mean, maybe he's gonna fall down and like pin her with it. Because outside of that, I don't think it's gonna actually work. Let's see. Oh, but you know, this could be interesting. If this drains all the magic in her, I wonder if it's going to drain, like, the control spell that Fujimine has on her. And I wonder if she'll be falsely arrested. But all right, that's the end of the chapter. A W chapter. The main praise I'll give to this chapter, even if it makes you want to slander my wife a whole lot, the main thing I'll give praise to this chapter is integrating Ichi into the narrative in an interesting way, integrating Gokuraku into the narrative in an interesting way, and very specifically not having them beat Amadora, right? Like, I do think it is a thing that must last, that Ichi is on the bottom of the pecking order in terms of our combative witches. I don't want him to surpass Desscaras anytime soon, especially. I don't want him to surpass Tell Guys. I don't want him to surpass Amadora. I don't want him to surpass anyone. None of the witches just yet. He needs more time, he needs more magics, he needs more spells, he needs more just general understanding of the world. He needs everything. So I'm glad he's a piece of taking this Amadoro down. And I say this Amadoro because I'm assuming she's possessed. But ultimately, it was a 4-man effort against one witch. And even then, this witch doesn't seem to be in her right mind thanks to the control. So it took the strongest rookie Magic Keeper. I don't know where Zairo stands, but he does seem to be, like, if anything, right beneath Chun. So an extremely powerful Magic Keeper in his own right, plus an assist from him, and Gokuraku's top inhuman augmented speed, and Ichi's magic being used in a completely different way than we've seen it used before. On top of Amadora herself blowing open a hole in the roof to enhance the light manipulation. So overall, I like that. Yes, Amadora seemingly has lost this fight here, but she didn't lose it in a 1v1. Minakata alone couldn't have taken her down. Zairo presumably couldn't have taken her down on his own. And obviously neither could Ichi or Gokuraku. But working together, those 4 were comparable enough to take down one witch. Good stuff. So overall, if you made a like in this video, please leave Dreaming of Ice. You may say pencil, isn't that basic? Yes, leave Dreaming of Ice in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that little notification so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I'm going to have a Patreon down below. You can support me for as low as $1. Come on, things like exclusive videos, the content, and more. And so now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions for the Tuesday to review, ad reactions to all my videos, early ad reactions to all my videos, early ad reactions not just on my videos on the main channel, but on the second channel that got the reaction shown. Link in the description down below and in the card in the upper right hand corner. On top of that, I do have a link to my Twitch, where I stream every Friday 8 p.m. East Sizzle to the best of my ability. On top of that, I do have a link to my Ko-Fi down below. You can drop 5 views a short video, 20 views a long video, or any views at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. And I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Redwolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Buddha Ura, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Tim Thomas, Kaving, RXN, Dead Meme, Kian Stewart, Edwin Igbinoba, Straw, Antavius Mitchell, Super Flame Zero, Weary Exile, Alex Kenny, Todd, The Practical One, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Plant Crone, Brandon Payne, Multi-Batman Superman, Zalim, Sleepin' John, The Young Family, Pastel Pandora, Mo City King DKG, Akolade Babatunde, Union Eye, Athenzi Shear, Sino King, CCC, Enzo, Kitty Liddy, Axis XC, Praise the Sun, Magic, Andrine Bonnet, Donovan McIntosh, at JDog2656, Aswin Hedi Placentia, Sheesh King, Yo Extras, AZ Void, Professor Von Tuck III, Nevies97, and Black Sage. Then I'd like to thank you to our line art tier patrons: Dread Zoen, Kevin Encarnacion, Lucas Stace, Midnight Lord 21, and Sean. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our ink tier member, Shrimpo the Fourth Shrimp 06. And I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier member, Jay Warrior. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Walkie Munoz and Walkie Munoz.